We have so much collision in this world, it just messes things up. Anyway, so we'll start. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my talk show. I'm your host, That One Rebel, and this is my talk show, The Late Night of Rebel, and we have our special guest here, NoLogicDavid. How are you doing today, my man?
What's up? I'm doing fantastic. What about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for asking. So, obviously, I'm here today to interview you, and it's been a long time. I remember asking you many times a long time ago, like months ago, like, hey, man, when are you going to come on? And you always tell me, like, you can't because, you know, time zones. But here we are, man, after, like, 122 interviews.
Finally, we did it.
Finally, we did it.
Yeah.
So, one of my first questions I want to ask is, how did you actually end up getting into VR chat initially? Like the very start, like, how did you, like, first find VR chat?
How do I find VR chat? I actually was watching different streamers, and I completely randomly I found out that you could actually not only play this game in VR, and I was already super passionate about VR because I had the first ever Oculus for the PC. I had that, and I was like so passionate about it. It was like because I really love like new technology stuff and you know stuff like that. So I was really into VR already, and when I discovered that there's this VR game, not only VR but you can play it on desktop, but it's a social game where you can interact with people and stuff, and you can play in VR and then with full body tracking too. I was like, damn, I need to download this game. I need to play this game. And like I was already watching some different streamers or YouTubers posting some funny moments or montages and stuff. And then of course I did 2+2, and I said, oh damn, but wait, I'm a dancer in real life, so what about just jumping into the game straight directly with full body tracking and try to actually see how dancing would like, my dancing would like would be in VR chat. That was my plan. So I bought everything together because I didn't have a Windows PC. I had only iMac, Mac, so I couldn't play VR chat because there was not, it was not for Apple and stuff. So I bought a Windows PC. My first PC was actually pretty crap. It was not that good. And I bought the Vive, the basic Vive that I'm still using today. And the full body tracking and everything. And I started directly with everything. And my intention was actually to stream it as well.
Okay.
That's how everything started.
Interesting. Do you have any interest in getting an index or?
Absolutely, yes. I was already thinking about buying an index for like I don't know, probably like 2 or 3 months ago, but they ran out, so I couldn't buy it. Now they are out again, and I'm actually about to place one order, I think. But the thing is, they're out, but it says that for the time of delivery, it's very long. So even if I ordered the index right now, it would arrive in like 2 months and a half, almost 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's insane in the summer, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be such a good improvement for me because I'm still using the basic Vive, and people said that with the index is like in comparison is completely another word. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, man, I got the index, so I just got mine last week. So
right?
yeah,
How is it?
it's really good. I mean, it's got finger tracking. You can do whatever finger things you can do with your fingers, and the headset is like way more clear. It's like in super clear, like HD, and this is the built-in mic for the index. This is not even like mod mic or anything. This is actually just the built-in mic. It's got amazing sound.
It sounds so good.
Yeah, so it's really well done. I actually, when I ordered mine, it did say it was going to take 8 months or 2 months to get to me, like 8 weeks, and I was like, what? And then literally like 3 days after I ordered it, they asked for my shipping info, and then they shipped it within a week. So.
Oh, nice.
But I also ordered it within about 30 seconds of when it came available. So like right when it hit like 1 p.m., I was like order, and I ordered it immediately, and then I got it within a week. So if you're really quick about it, you could get it really early. So. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's hope that it's gonna work in the same way for Italy. because you know,
Of course,
for
man.
you, especially with all the situation right now going on. It's
Yeah,
just a
man.
complete chaos.
So how's it like living in Italy right now? Like, do you have food supplies? You all good to go, or is it like rough? Or
Uh, it's pretty rough. It's pretty annoying because we cannot go out. The only times when you can go out, first you gotta have a reason. One of the like 3 or 4 reasons that you know you need to go out. Like for example, you have to go to the hospital,
mm-hmm.
or you have to go buy some medicine stuff. You know, because you need it for your health, or because you need to buy supplies. So you know whatever you need for your house from the supermarkets and stuff. But now the supermarkets, what they're doing, they're actually giving you the chance to order using the phone and you know the stuff you need for your house and everything, and they actually deliver you whatever you ordered to them to your house.
Yeah.
So with this, it's actually very hard to find reasons to go out. And trust me, they are like the police is everywhere. And they're even, you know, without their own car. I don't know how the term is in English. You know, they're very normal clothes, so you don't know if they're actually
undercover.
police officers or
Yeah.
not. Undercover, yeah, exactly. And so you go out and like they're everywhere, constantly going around. So they like my parents that you know need to go out for other reasons and stuff, for work and stuff. They get constantly blocked by the police, and they ask you everything. You know, they write everything down. Where are you going? Where are you coming from? Why you going there? Okay, if you went to the supermarket, they need to see the
Receipts.
how's it called? The receipt, yeah, you know, and they check the hour on it and everything. So you're basically like blocked inside your house. Like on Sundays, for example, you cannot go out because everything is closed. So you legit cannot go out. Otherwise, you risk to go to prison as well. So it's very serious.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
this is very annoying.
so what have you been doing? Like, you just been playing VR chat, like just in your house, like just hanging out in your apartment?
Oh, man, honestly, for me, I'm very lucky because not much has changed. Okay, I cannot go out, cannot go drink something with my friends and stuff. But for me, honestly, I wasn't going that much often out, especially because it's winter, because I go more often out when it's summer, because when it's summer here, because I live in an island, because I surf. So I go to the beach, I go to clubs, and I go out way often there during the winter. But especially during the winter, like I'm playing VR chat, I'm streaming, I'm I'm editing the videos and stuff, and I'm doing I started a side job 2 months ago that involves working online. So I do everything from my home. I work from my house, you know, from my room basically. And what I did actually, before everything was under quarantine and stuff, I actually went to the supermarket and bought a lot of stuff, a lot of supplies, thanks to my mom suggested me that because she predicted all the situation. So I'm I'm actually relaxed and I'm cool. I don't really care that much, but I feel very lucky because I do everything from my room. You know, I can just hang out with friends in Discord. I'm not feeling alone whatsoever. So yeah. I'm pretty lucky.
Huh.
I
think we a lot of us in VR chat are very lucky. Did you know that there's actually over 15,000 people that are playing VR chat concurrently on an average day in VR chat? 15,000.
Really?
Yeah.
It's 15,000?
Yeah, 15. Yeah, because when it's actually getting higher and higher as time goes on. Before COVID-19 was a serious issue, it was about 10,000 people. So over 5,000 people more are playing because of the outbreak and the quarantine and everything. And that's also on Steam only, so it doesn't actually include Quest users. So we could be looking at 17,000, if not more, people playing VR chat every day because of what's going on. So yeah, there's a lot more people.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like so it's basically, yeah, I was actually thinking about stuff like that. Like now it's the perfect actually time to go ahead and stream, upload YouTube videos, because everybody is at home and like so play video games too. You can have like a way more interaction everywhere because there's like new people around, and maybe new people are actually going to buy the game and play it just because they don't know what to do. They're stuck at home.
Yeah, true. They can play like a lot of video games. You know, Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal came out, so a lot of people are playing that. Everybody's addicted to Animal Crossing. You know, VR chat's a free game. You don't need VR, so you can just hop in desktop mode and talk to people. You know, you just go to the pug and talk to some people.
Yeah,
so,
and Half-Life.
Yeah, Half-Life Alex, I beat
Half-Life
that. Good game, by the way.
That's an amazing game. I love it. Dude, I played it 4 hours. I'm gonna play it tomorrow again. I cannot wait to play it. And it's the first ever VR game I think that is like a legit full length, game, normal game, like Mascot game, but in VR. Because usually all VR games are always like very short or like very limited. This one is. I was shocked. Like this game has everything. It has graphics, the way you interact with stuff, like collectibles and everything that makes a game, a legit full game. And it's in VR. And this is, for me, like personally, I think this is like the best ever VR game I've ever played. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I feel the same way. Have you ever played Boneworks? That's the other game people have been playing a lot of too.
Yeah, I play it, but I don't think that's we can compare that.
Okay.
With I mean, it's kind of it maybe it lacks a little bit with the story. The story for me was a little bit confusing. I don't know, like, but talking about Alex, that's an adventure. You just having an adventure. It's very, very cool to watch it even on stream, I think.
Yeah, I agree fully. I beat it. I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but it's really good. So keep playing, my man. It's a lot of fun. Trust me. The story is what really sells the game. But anyway, back to VR chat. So how did you actually get into dancing, like before VR chat? Obviously, you said you were a dancer, a dance instructor before VR chat. So how did you end up becoming a dancer in general in your real life? How did you make the connection of like, I should take this dancing and then take it into VR chat?
Well, first of all, it all started with me testing. I was curious about like the fact that can you actually like dance in VR? How good does it look? How limited you are? And so I the first time I will never forget this because I was so hyped and so like shocked about the fact that I hopped on with full body tracking the first time. I went in front of the mirror and I tried to do some some steps and stuff, and I was so happy because I realized, crap, you can actually dance in VR. In the virtual reality world, you can dance almost like in real life. Okay, I just spent like so much time dancing even the first day to actually see what are the limitations and stuff, and immediately discovered that you are limited. Like, for example, there's not shoulder trackers or knees and other stuff. But you can adapt yourself, especially because I come from years of dancing in real life and teaching and stuff to VR. And that basically, it's almost like restarting from almost the beginning, from zero, because you have to like reset your mindset to because I was doing both, when as soon as I started dancing in VR chat, I always needed to separate things, because after the first month I realized I was mixing VR dancing and real life dancing, and you cannot do that, of course, because you have to completely separate those things, because in VR you do certain movements and you're limited, so you know what moves you can do and not do when you're freestyling. But when you are, of course, in real life, you are completely free. You can do whatever. So slowly you start separating those two things, and then after a couple of months, and now it's basically 2 years, you just completely, your body knows when you're in VR or when you're not in VR. So I always actually sometimes I do this off stream. I go in front of the mirror and I practice dancing, and I always learn some new moves that actually look good in VR. And not, and that's very, very important. But for example, for dancers that start actually in VR chat because they're passionate about it, and then want to go ahead and transfer that in real life, that's a little bit harder, I think. It helps, and I'm very happy that VR chat players can actually approach dancing in VR and then discover that they are passionate about it and bring it in real life. That's amazing. And without even talking about the classes, that me and other dance teachers have in VR chat, that's like amazing. You can learn how to dance from your own room. Maybe you're shy, for whatever reason you don't want to go in dance classes. You can do that. But honestly, like, this is just like amazing, and people can approach dancing in VR and then go and dance in real life, and maybe keep going with that and maybe have like a career. I don't know, but for me it was like direct approach. I tried, it was working, I was happy, and I started streaming. And then from that, you just practice and you just always try to get better, I think.
Yeah. I get your question. Yeah, it does. You're right, because like I don't dance in real life. I have like no style anyway, and I don't have any play space to really even dance. But you're right, like you can only do certain moves and certain things in VR, and you can only, like, in real life you can do whatever you want, right? Like just whatever, backflips, whatever. But when you do that in VR, like your headset's gonna fly off, your arms are gonna, like, your tracking's gonna go into space. So there's only certain things you can do.
Exactly.
So but I always find it.
I don't work in real life.
Oh, okay.
Because people, I use female avatars.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you, but I do certain things in VR, certain moves that I would never do in real life. For example, like twerking or doing some things, because I just do it for fun. Like, I don't care. I'm just having fun. I have a female model because I like girls.
Same.
Of course. I'm straight, so I was like, dude, let's freaking have fun and use this female avatar, and just sometimes you can do something, stupid, but just for fun.
Yeah, of course.
And people like it. So, but I would never do it in real life, of course. So yeah.
Of course, if I caught myself dancing or being weird like I do in VR chat, I'm pretty sure I would cringe at myself. Everyone would be like, "What is this guy doing? This guy's a weirdo. What are you doing?" But I think you're all right. It does enable a lot of people, right? Like, because in real life, people could be subconscious about the way they look like or act or whatever, right? But when you play in VR chat, you can be whatever you want. So if you want to be a hot girl or a lolly or whatever you want, like, it's just really enabling, especially when it's first person. So yeah, man, I completely understand.
Yeah, you're always gonna look perfect.
Of course.
Perfect. You don't need to, like, girls don't need to apply makeup.
Yeah.
You can literally just wake up in the morning and go in VR chat, and you're gonna look perfect because you have your own avatar, and you can look. You want to look different, you change avatar. So that's very, very cool, especially for like streamers that don't use webcam. So they can actually use their own avatar to play other desktop games, for example. But for me, since I did the face reveal, it's like if I cannot use my avatar because they know my face. They always want to have the webcam now, and if I play desktop games and I don't have my webcam on, they're gonna say stuff about it. Where are you? Where's the webcam and stuff? Turn it on. So yeah, you kind of are like, after you do a face reveal, kind of like you kind of need to do that. So sometimes you're gonna do your hair or try to not look bad and stuff, even a webcam. So
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I feel like that's why there's a lot of VTubers in the rise in the past probably year or two. There's a lot of people who use their avatar like Suva, so they use this avatar and they can play any game. They can play Call of Duty or whatever and have their avatar in the corner. So it's really enabling for a lot of those people. Me personally, I've shown my face throughout the years, but not so much. Like I do like once in a blue moon type of thing, and I don't know. I just feel I do feel that other people feel like you have to like I have to shave, I have to have my nice hair, I gotta look good, I gotta put some clothes on, I gotta dress up a little bit. I can't just like wake up out of bed and be like, all right, guys, let's go stream. Let's want to look like like a bum or something, but you gotta look presentable. So. But anyway, speaking of avatars, so when you first started VR chat and now you have your mascot here, just like I have my own, how did you design it? Like, how did you go about like getting the tattoos, the and everything? Like, how did you go about designing your mascot?
I never called it mascot.
Avatar.
Here, but I like yes. So I honestly, God, I went on VR chat the first times before streaming, and I was of course looking for an avatar because you have to have your own character, your own avatar, and I wanted to have my own personal avatar to look different for everybody else because I like to be a copycat. I hate to be a copycat. And I like to have I like to differentiate myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna find an avatar and I'm gonna use that as a base for an avatar that I wanna then customize, personalize. And so I went in different avatar worlds and I found the basic Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 model, and I was like, okay, this chick is hot. I honestly said, damn, that's a hot girl. That's a hot anime girl, nice shapes and everything. I like this. I want this. So I basically choose that one. I showed this one to a first guy that I actually found in the same map where I found the basic one, the basic model, and and we was talking about we just randomly started talking about okay, good, and we randomly started talking about VR chat in general, and then I discovered that he was an avatar creator,
Yeah.
So, just to make things short, he made my avatar, and the first small, but it was completely different than this one right now.
Yeah.
And then after that, I discovered Shanzo, and he was one of the biggest at that time avatar creator and stuff. So I wanted another version, and I asked him. And I paid him for creating. I gave him all the details that I wanted. Like I told him, I want a cap. I want my Twitch thing on the back of my cap. I want this, that, and then he just made it. I was watching his streams and stuff because he made it on stream, and we ended up with this rap/hip hop version of Mithra because I dance, and in real life I have a complete sleeve tattoo, on my left arm. So I choose some of my tattoos, to put them on my avatar, since of course this part he couldn't remove this part, so I only had this skin to apply tattoos on, and he applied some of my real life tattoos on my avatar as well. And so yeah. Anyway, do I have this side? Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
I was confused for a second. Yeah,
Okay.
and this is basically how everything started. And then now I have a lot of different versions of this avatar with different colors, animations, but this one is the main basic one. I use this 90% of the time.
Okay.
I'm starting to use the male one too, though, a lot.
How do people feel? How do people feel about the male avatar compared to the female one? Do they like it more, or do you feel like people like the female avatar?
Well, okay, it's mixed, and a lot of people actually like a lot the male one too, more than I thought. A lot of people.
Really?
The thing is, this one is my OG one. This one is the one with I have so many YouTube videos with this one, so they can relate to this more, and it takes a little bit of time to actually accept the middle one as well. Let's say accept,
Yeah.
But the new people that are constantly, joining because of the YouTube videos, they are already used to the middle model because I started uploading videos with the middle model, a little bit of time ago. But the OG ones, all the people, let's say the first 100K subs, they know me with this avatar. So and plus a lot of people want to see, the jiggles. They want to see.
Of course, man.
So I just mix using them from, like, I use them both. I do like 60-70% this one, and the other 30-40% I play with the May one on stream.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Do you remember your first time being in VR? Like the first time you put on your headset and you're in VR chat and you're like, whoa, I can see my arms and my hands moving.
Yes.
How was that like?
That was really sick because I was always watching streamers and YouTubers play it, so I kind of knew what to expect, but of course in VR it's completely different. So the first time I jumped in VR chat with VR, I was like, damn, this is so sick. But then after that, after being so happy and hyped about everything, I was like, damn, but how do you do gestures? And then I tried to learn, all the gestures. And for me, it was pretty complicated at the start because I was like, wait, all these people that I am watching playing VR chat, they're like really used to it. So they go, oh, look at that. Or like, I don't know, yo, what's up, guys? Oh, let me shoot you. And they were like, damn, it looks so easy. But then when I tried it with the Vive controllers, for me, it was pretty like, I was just not used to it. So I was like, damn, how am I gonna dance while making the gestures? Because I was like, I'm moving, everywhere, and then I also have to slide my tummy on the for making the gestures while I'm moving. Like, that's insane. But then after just a week, I got used to it pretty quick. So that's what was my first ever thing. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a question for you. How did it feel when you first started streaming and doing YouTube? Do you think you'd be where you are today at all? Like, did you think you're gonna blow up and have over 100,000 subs and on YouTube and be partnered on Twitch and everything? Like, how do you think that journey went for you? Did you just stream for fun and you're just like, whoa, what's going on? Like,
okay. I started streaming and I started doing YouTube because I was passionate about it.
Okay.
Because I had such a fun time doing it. I really wanted to do it because I love streaming, and I already did some YouTube because I had another channel, my RL freestyle channel.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. I knew already that YouTube was, my thing. Streaming, same thing, but I never tried it before. So I really wanted to get into it. And the first streams, I was like, I really love what I'm doing, because after like maybe the second stream, I had my first first person in chat, and that was amazing, dude. I cannot explain you the feeling that I had when I look at my chat and this guy. I remember his name. He was Thunder something, Thunder with some numbers, and I can never forget this because he said something about the thing that I was doing in VR chat. I was exploring some words, and I was like, damn, he's looking at my stream and he's reacting on what I'm doing in the game. And that was me, for me, was like insane, you know what I mean? Because I love when people watch what I'm doing and react on the stuff that I'm experiencing, and I was playing a video game and that I loved, and then I, of course, still love. So I was like, damn, I'm playing a video game and I have people watching me and writing to me in chat. It was mind-blowing for me. I don't know how to explain it. So I started for because I loved and I wanted to get into it. And the more I kept going and streaming and doing YouTube, I realized that, damn, I love what I'm doing, I never thought about doing it as like a job or doing it full time or doing it because I wanted to like have, I don't know how many subs or something. I really wanted to do it because I loved the fact that people could have watch and interact. I could interact with the chat, and people were watching me playing a game, or dancing, because that was my passion. I wanted them to like look at me when I was freestyling and reacting like, yo, that was cool. That was so sick for me. And then I think the best way to just grow up, I think, is just being yourself and having fun. And that was exactly what I was doing, just having fun and being myself completely since the start, and it never changed. And that's I don't know, people liked it, and I don't know, it's I don't know. It blew up for with the first videos on YouTube, especially. The videos on YouTube helped me so much. Yeah, and everything started from there, and just keeps going.
That's incredible, man. Like that's what I think is important for a lot of people if they want to start streaming VR chat or just streaming in general. Just be passionate about it. Treat it like a hobby and just have a good time. Don't start streaming and be like, man, I'm doing this because I want money or I want fame or clout or whatever. If you do that, like, it's just you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and like you're just gonna burn out. Like, you're gonna be like, man, I'm not getting enough viewers. I'm not getting enough money, donations. Like,
people are gonna notice that too.
Yeah, same.
Like, a lot of people that watch you, they just notice it. They like, for me, I could never fake anything, because it's just like, I know that people, because I watch other streamers as well, they see when you're not real, or when you're faking any reaction or anything. So there's not any point to doing it maybe for the money or doing it for another reason, because people will see that you're not yourself, or you're doing it for the money, or doing it for the fame, or you're doing it for another reason. People are gonna see it. It's not gonna be you. You cannot fake yourself forever. So just be you, and that's it. Some people are gonna like you, some people are not gonna like you, and then that's just it, I think.
I agree.
Honestly,
I do agree. Like, a lot of people will see right through you. It's not hard. People can tell when you're faking reactions, or like, trying to I don't know, trick people into donating or giving you money and stuff like that. People can see it right through you. But
yeah.
My next question is, what would you give some advice if someone wants to start streaming? What would you say to them? Like, if they want to start playing VR chat, if they want to start streaming VR chat, should I say? Like, what's some advice you'd be like? Would you recommend going to like certain worlds? Would you say, hey, don't really go to publics? Maybe have some friends already. Like, what would you recommend?
I would recommend 100%, if you want to start streaming today, be yourself since the start. Again, as very important. And if you want to start streaming VR chat, you should, I think, avoid staying in the same map for too long, or going in front of a mirror and just chill for too much. Chilling is okay, but I think you should create, let's say create content, but I don't want to like be too specific. I want to say be yourself, but go in public, because this game, VR chat, is a social game. So it's like all around socializing, because it burned like not burned, born like that. And so I think personally you should go in public, make friends, interact with people, having some fun moments in public, try to understand who to avoid sometimes, because there are haters everywhere and people are not happy all the time in VR chat. So you're just gonna be yourself and interact with a lot of people and create some funny moments and explore some maps, because VR chat has a lot of new maps coming out every day. For example, what I do is before every stream, almost, I go on desktop mode, go into VR chat, and I go and I scroll through the new maps that just came out today, and I favorite the maps that I want to explore on stream, and so I can do that. I can check the new maps. I can you're gonna make friends because you go in public, so you can have fun with your friends playing different maps, and then from that you just have fun. There's so many things you can do in VR chat. Is insane, and I think you should just explore it and go crazy with it. The more you can, honestly.
I agree. I do feel that if you're gonna start streaming or playing this game, you should just have fun. Honestly, like you said, you shouldn't necessarily be like, oh, I need to create content. I need to find content. I need to like entertain my audience. But you know, it can be anything. You could just be chilling with your friends, go exploring, going to some horror maps, like playing a game mode. You know, doing whatever. For example, I made my own talk show. I did this. This is my content. I run a talk show and talk to people and get to know them better. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just
That's amazing.
Yeah, just think of some ideas, guys. Write down some ideas, just expand upon them. You can have like, I don't know, like your own game shows or events or talent shows, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you can do in VR chat. Literally, VR chat is your ocean. You can do whatever you want in it. You know, you make your own stuff, make your own worlds, make your own avatars. There's plenty of stuff to do.
The more you get into it, the more you play it, the more you realize that, damn, this is almost like real life. I mean, there are like new maps coming out every day, a lot of people online to meet, to have fun with, crazy talented people. You can be an artist, you can start drawing crazy things, you can dance, you can sing, you can rap, you can do raids with funny avatars, you can create avatars, you can create maps, you can host talk shows, you can do podcasts, you can do so many things. Just be creative and have fun, because honestly, it's almost like real life. It's amazing. This game is amazing.
Yeah, I agree. This game is incredible. I want to cut you off here, but I did get a donation for $25 from City VR, and he said he wants you to dance right now. I don't think you want to right now, but you know, after the interview. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh crap!
You don't have to.
I'm not even warmed up.
Yeah, I don't even. Not right now. We can continue the interview. Anyway. So.
Go with the donations though. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, so do you remember when you and I first met? Like when we first talked and everything? Like that was like over like 2 years ago, I think, roughly, sometime in like 2018. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was from you still remember the Jack. I think the Jack was the first one. I think you contacted the Jack first, I think. And then Jack told me was like, there's this guy that like dances and stuff. He's like pretty cool. I was like, what? A dancer? Like, what do you mean? And he showed me. It's like, this guy's dancing. He's like doing all these moves and stuff. I was like, what is this, dude? I was like, wait, you can dance in VR, like a full body, and you're like going all over the place? I was like, what? So.
Yes.
And here we are 2 years later, man.
I remember. That's insane. Look how like how many things could change. It can evolve, you know. Because when we met and stuff, when we started talking, I literally just started, and I remember. Like I made a lot of friends really quick, because like I'm the type of person that goes around, meets someone you know, cool that I like. I just had him, you know, let's talk, let's just game together. So I met friends really fast, and then when I did the first ever exhibition, like dancing, like kind of big thing at the time, it was like a talent show that Sergeant Nate organized. And there was like the you know, kind of like big streamers at the time, and I was like impressed, because I was like, damn, I'm actually about to show like all this big streamers, because I literally just started at the time, my dancing skills, what I do and stuff. So I really need to kill it. I need to, you know, show, you know, the world that you can actually legit dance and legit do freestyle hip hop dancing, you know, because nobody was doing it at the time. There, you know, there were some different dancers and stuff, different streamers, but like I never seen anyone doing like you know, something different. So like my style is something like more that goes to like hip hop and rap and trap and dubstep and stuff. And I was like, damn, let's just, you know, see what they think about it. And I had like crazy reactions, and damn, I was like very, very happy with that.
Yeah, like that. I remember that. I remember meeting you for the first time and watching you stream with only like 3 or 4 viewers, and I remember seeing like, dude, this guy like not only can dance, but he's actually a real dancer, like in real life. Because I remember watching one of your real videos, like you have your IRL channel where you dance and, you know, your real self.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this guy can actually like dance. He's a dance instructor. So I knew 2 years ago that you would go far as a dancer in VR chat, because not to discredit anyone else who dances in VR chat, but you actually have a lot of experience. Some other people only just start playing VR chat and start dancing, but you actually teach people and stuff. So I knew that you would go really far with dancing, and here you are, man. You have how many subscribers now on YouTube and all this support, man.
185K.
Any plans
We're
for?
almost gonna hit 200.
Yeah, what are you gonna do for 200,000?
I was really inactive.
That's okay.
So I was very inactive like the last 3 months, but now I'm starting going crazy again. So subscribers are actually coming like a lot more again. So we're going up pretty fast. And the reason why is because I didn't have enough time, and now I found an editor, like a legit just found it.
Yeah.
So the next video is gonna be edited by like an editor that does that for a job and stuff. So I'm gonna have like more time to stream, and I'm gonna be way more active on YouTube, and I think that's gonna like really be amazing and stuff. But like I wanted to say another thing for the people that start dancing in VR chat, since you mentioned it. Honestly, so the thing is this: when you start dancing in VR chat, you look perfect because you have a perfect avatar. It tricks your mind. I want everybody, that starts dancing in VR chat to know that it tricks your mind to think that some moves are actually cool looking in real life too, but they are actually different. Because it works like this: if you start dancing in VR chat, you using your avatar, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and that's very, very important to start dancing, because the mirror doesn't lie to you. The mirror shows exactly how you are. So working in real life with a mirror, it shows you how you look with some moves and positions you assume, so you know how to look cool while you dance. You learn how to dance. But in VR chat, since you're using your avatar to dance, if you learn directly in VR some moves, you can literally just do casual things, and you're still gonna look good because of your avatar and some position you assume that they don't reflect your positions and your movement in real life. So what happens is that they learn something, or they learn how to dance a little bit, and then they go in real life, they do the same thing, and trust me, it doesn't look that like in VR chat. It doesn't look that good, let's say, So you kind of have to completely separate those two things, and just I'd say do both at the same time. Look at yourself in the mirror, learn how to dance in real life as well, but do not only do VR chat and then out of a sudden you just start to do that in real life, because it's just different. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh, my leg. So a question I wanted to ask is, don't worry about it.
Your leg is just
sorry. Yoga. So you call it like, okay, so part of your stream is like eggs and stuff, right? Like egg, yeah, and stuff. Like, how'd you come up with that? Like, how'd you come up with the whole like egg puns and stuff?
I like this question. Basically, one day after I think it was around 2 months or something that I started streaming. One day I said, instead of saying "what the heck," I said "what the egg." Okay, it was completely unintentional, and I was streaming, and everybody in chat started saying "what the egg, what the egg." Oh my god, you say "what the egg." And then they started saying, what the egg is this? Oh, it's excellent. They didn't stop. So they made it as a meme, basically. So from that day, we always had, they started this meme with the eggs. So, of course, I had to do an emote with "what the egg." I titled, this is like a really big thing, I titled one of the videos that then went viral, let's say that. I titled it "what the egg." and another thing, I think it was like thickness everywhere, what the egg, something like that. And you know, so that video in a short amount of time surpassed 1 million views. So of course, since I grew up like crazy with that video, the meme grew up as well with it. So the egg meme, everything with eggs and stuff, just started all from there, and you know, now it's just a part of my streams and stuff. Yes, you know, that's how it started, and people just love it, and just, you know, that's the meme.
Yeah, I love it when you have inside jokes and memes that are related to your stream. It's actually kind of funny because I'm actually allergic to eggs in real life. So does that mean I'm allergic to you? That's why I never see you, man.
More than eggs. Right? Oh crap. Well, I do not eat eggs in real life.
Really? Why?
I do not eat because I don't really like that. I don't really like the taste of that.
Oh.
So it's funny, but yeah, I don't like eating like eggs. I, you know, at least I can eat them, you know, in other food, but I don't really eat eggs for, you know, for eating eggs. So that's a thing that a lot of people don't know about me. They just like, you know, they don't know where the meme starts, so they just pretend that I love eating eggs for some reason or something, but I don't really like them.
Okay. You know, that could be a goal one day. 10,000 subs, eat an egg. Raw egg.
Oh my!
Hey man.
It's gonna happen.
Hey man. No. On Twitch though. 10,000 subs on Twitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
a very long way.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
All right. There you go, guys. 10,000 subs on Twitch. He'll eat an egg. The reason why I say if you're a partner streamer, if you have 10,000 subs, you get 10 more emotes. You get 60 emotes or whatever. So that's why. That's like a big milestone. Very few people actually have more than 10,000 subs on Twitch. So.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
10,000 subs is a lot, dude. I wish one day, maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe in a couple of years. I don't know.
You never know, man.
On everything. How much do I grow and stuff?
Yeah.
But I'll definitely keep this going.
Of course. How do you, speaking of that.
David eats cereal with water. Now I run.
Okay, I gotta donate. It says you eat cereal with water. Is that true? What's up with that, dude?
Who did it?
It was Cal.
Oh my god.
Calmorth.
Cal! Oh my god. I actually do. So
what?
Only with certain cereals, I actually eat them instead of milk with water. So this is like a thing that is going on for quite a bit. Because some people like tried it. Some people are like, what the what the hell are you doing and stuff? So the reason why I eat some cereals with water instead of milk is because I was allergic to milk in the past.
Okay.
And so my body just doesn't like not only the taste of it, but the smell of just milk, you know. And I don't drink milk like that, so I don't use milk in the cereal because I legit hate the taste of it and the smell. So that's why I just one day I tried it out, not with every type of cereal though, just for some. I think it's the one with
Sprite too.
That I mix water with is
with Sprite
crispy.
too.
I tried it with Sprite as well. With Sprite, try it. I guarantee you're not gonna regret it. Yes, cereals with Sprite. And you know what? I'll tell you more. I'm not eating always cereals with Sprite. They're just like only very rare. But we had a plan. Unfortunately, TwitchCon got canceled.
Yeah.
But on answer that, we were about to try out cereals with different stuff, like for example with vodka.
Oh jeez.
With Coke. Yes. So yeah, that didn't happen, but it will happen. I don't know when.
You should try it for orange juice.
I remember it.
That's next level right there.
Orange juice.
You get a lot of vitamin C, man.
That could be good. No, that could be good though. Orange juice, that could be good.
Jack
Why not?
Daniels. Cereal with
Jack
beer.
Daniels.
Oh my god.
With beer? Nah. Okay, man, beer, nah.
Jesus.
Honestly, nah. Beer is just nah. I don't think it's gonna fit. But I can say this for a challenge. One time on stream, I drank coffee
Yeah.
with ketchup
Oh.
and pepper and salt. It was so disgusting. I nearly threw up. I was so close to
Dude,
throwing up.
come on.
Oh my god. And you know what? I drink so much. I drink like half a liter of coffee with all these things in. Dude, the pepper with it. Oh no.
Oh my
I don't
god.
even-
What are you doing?
It was just for a challenge.
Okay, yeah, for a challenge. Of course, man. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the VR chat community nowadays? That since you started and now it's, you know, in the spring of 2020, how do you feel about this game in general? Do you feel that the game is getting better, improvements? Do you feel like the game is changed because people don't really go to Publix?
Bye.
Oh, my body.
It's working.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. But answer my question. How do you feel about VR chat in 2020? Why fix this?
So, what I think about VR chat 2020, I think that VR chat is getting big updates first of all, and I love that because we are about to have this big VR chat update that involves VR chat beta. Not VR chat beta. Yeah, I think it's called the beta in general because of the of this big update that includes
His new recipe is
food
coffee plus
tracking,
egg.
how like a improvement, let's say that.
Yeah.
With the beta we're gonna have a way better tracking from VR chat itself, like the tracking that you can see on stream, and this is a big update for dancers especially. You can see basically it's almost looking at the stream when you see an avatar moving around, especially when you move around fast in VR chat. So for us dancers, it's just like it's gonna be amazing because we can finally show the people in public, or you know, they're watching us from in the game, the moves we're actually doing, because the tracking is gonna track way better everything, even if you move fast. So I can wait for it, especially like I do dance in public so much.
Yeah.
I like dance for girls and stuff, you know, just to have fun. And for now it's very laggy, especially because I dance on words that are full of people most of the times, and you know, the guys or girls that are watching me don't hide the other avatars, so I'm really hyped for this. So in general, VR chat updates is gonna make things way better, so I'm hyped for that. And the community, let's say I'm happy where everything it's going. I mean, a part of the fact that crashers and people that rip avatars and stuff are there and will be pretty much almost always there, I think, because you know, VR chat just updates and fixes some stuff, and then they find some workarounds and stuff to do it again. But in general, it's I like it. I like how, you know, how things are, and the fact that more people are constantly joining VR chat because of a lot of YouTubers and streamers constantly posting videos and streaming VR chat. But I think at the same time it's going to be harder for new people to start streaming or uploading YouTube videos, you know, about VR chat, because the more people you have, you know, the harder it is to actually let yourself, like, you know, getting noticed in general. Maybe you're like extremely talented or something completely you know, out of this world, but otherwise it's gonna be always constantly harder to actually grow, I think. Depends.
David opened Panty shop in VR chat.
Yeah.
You're
I have to blow
into.
my nose. 1 second.
Okay. Something about you opening a panty shop or what's going on? That's what I was just told. Is that true?
Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
Something like that.
It's like basically everything I said on stream
Yeah.
is coming back to me. No. Actually, I said that I wanted to open a panty shop about used panties and then sell the panties, anime panties in VR chat, and then sell, used panties, to a lot of people. But that's it was just an idea. It was just an idea.
Nutella pizza with anchovies
I was
pepperoni
kidding.
now,
I was
David
kidding,
coffee with ketchup, Peebo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
City VR says Italians are disgusting. First Chromia Nutella pizza with anchovies, mozzarella, and pepperoni. Now David coffee with ketchup. What?
I mean, no, it depends. It depends. I think it's personal. Mine was a challenge. I don't know how Chromia eats all the pizza with all those topics, but I know a person, Venice. She eats pizza with pineapple and toonfish together.
Ew.
And that makes it. I don't know how that could work. So I know some other people that are not Italian. Yeah, they mix things in a strange way. So I don't know how they do that.
I don't know about that.
Pizza is good, just
True.
with the simple ingredients.
I know. Why you gotta
just go like that?
Yeah, why you gotta make it all complicated? So I got a question. So how do you feel? Okay, so when VR chat's brought up to bigger streamers, like people who don't play VR chat, and they're looking into the box, like let's say the box is VR chat, and they're outside the community and they're looking into VR chat. It's very common that a lot of people make these misconceptions of oh, that's the lewd game where all the weirdos play, and people play weird avatars and do lewd stuff and all that stuff. Do you deal with that when you're talking to people outside of VR chat? When you're maybe talking to others, Twitch partners or streamers, and they're like, "What's VR chat?" And the first thing they might say is "That's that weirdo game with the lewd people." How do you feel about people feeling negative about this community? Because we're not doing anything; we're just sitting here having a good conversation. So,
Okay. So, this never happened to me with the other streamers. It happened a little bit with some a couple of friends that I had to show some stuff about what I was doing, what I do and stuff.
Yeah.
But I personally think that this is all because they're not used to the game. They are pretty new to the game, so you cannot judge a book by its cover. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot say, you cannot just say, oh, okay, I don't know. You look at Half-Life, you see 2 scenes and it's 2 jump scares. Oh, that's a horror game. Or that's scary. I'm not gonna play it. It's just I don't know. There was a stupid example, but it just say that you cannot watch one map or watch one word and then already say, oh, that's weird or this is not weird, because you don't know why certain things are happening. And I'm 100% sure that if you go into it, you try it, you hop on in VR, you see what's happening, you're gonna have such a fun time, and you will understand immediately. Oh, okay, this is just because of this, or this is just because of that, And so they cannot judge immediately like that. And the thing is, I, for example, with my friends, what I say always is just I only showed 2 of my friends, basically, the close friends. They were really curious about everything, and I just said basically this. I said, as soon as you got into the game, you just have you're gonna have so much fun, and you're gonna understand everything, but explaining it's gonna take so much time. So I always suggest just watch either a lot of videos so you start understanding what is going on, why this, why that, or just give it a try the game out and see how things work, and trust me, you're gonna have so much fun. You're not gonna care about a lot of things that you could care when watching just I don't know, the box or something. There are some things that are like kind of weird, because that's pretty normal. That's like in real life, But other things, you just have to get yourself into it and understand. Okay, well, if you do it, that, okay, that's cool or whatever,
Did they question you when you had a female avatar? Like, what's going on here, bud? Did they ask about that? They were like,
of course, but I always say, this. I always say, I like females, and so I was like, damn, this is a video game. Why should I choose a male avatar here as well? At least when it started, because now I'm using male, female, I don't care. It's a video game, I want to have fun. So I started with this in mind. I love to look at myself in the mirror, and I'm in front of the mirror quite a lot, with a lot of dances that I do.
Yeah.
So I want to see a female avatar. I want to see a good booty. I want to have like more fun.
Of course.
The thing is, I'm dancing, so I dance in real life and stuff. But in the game, let's try something different. Let's try to be cool with a female avatar and stuff, and try something different as well. But just because I want to have fun, and as you can see, like I always going like girl hunting. I'm always trying to approach girls and stuff. Even with this model, they don't care. I've never had one girl saying, "Oh, but this is weird. Like, why are you using a girl model?" No, they were always ready. Okay, let's go. Let's go out. Like, it's just because this is a video game. It's not real life.
Yeah.
So it's just, we're just having fun, and I love girls, and stuff. So why not have fun with that?
Sounds like you and I should team up, because I started doing a waifu hunt. I'm looking for some waifus. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I gotta catch them all, dude. Listen, man, I gotta catch them all. I gotta amass the massive 1,000 waifus, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you know what? Can I add okay, I'm gonna say this. So, unfortunately, this is gonna sound so wrong, but since I do this for so much time, I have so many girls in my friends list.
Yeah.
And what happens on stream, and even off stream, of course, but randomly different girls join me.
Yeah.
And like 80% of the times, I don't remember who this girl is.
That's not good.
They say, "Oh, how you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, what's up? Good to see you again." And I'm just like, crap. When do I friend this girl? I don't remember, because most of the time what happens is I dance for the girl. We become friends.
Yeah.
I friend the girl. I add the girl in the friends list, and basically after that I forget, and the girl joins me after like a couple of days or weeks.
Yeah.
So I do this constantly, so of course I don't know probably 60% of the friends or the girls I have on my friends list.
That's not good, man. You gotta be like me, bro. Listen, when I collected 151 waifus before I became this avatar, I played as a dude, you know that, and then I changed to this avatar.
Yes.
I sacrificed all 151 waifus to become a waifu. Good story. I wrote down all their names. I wrote down all their numbers, and I wrote like notes about each person, so I remember who they are. Well, like their number, like 52, like the list. Like I've got, you know what I mean? Like it's chronological order. So.
What's up, girl? Oh, you're number 69. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, wait, you are.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Do that.
I got a few donations here that I have to read here. Venice VR says David is much more pretty with girl makeup on. That's what he said. City VR says girl hunting with a 14-year-old girl in VR chat. Is that because your character's 40?
What?
I don't know.
Really?
And then Anonymous says, for $1, David girl hunting on Neko Nights, Pog. You ever gone to Neko Nights?
Neko Nights?
Yeah.
No, Neko Nights. I heard
It's
about
tonight.
that, but Neko Nights.
It's every Friday.
Wait, what is that?
It's every Friday at around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's probably why you don't go there, because it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning for you. But that's what it is. It's run by Landfear and Oathmeal, and I'm the manager. I'm the club manager of that place, and it's just a place where you just hang out and drink and socialize. That's all it is.
Oh well, I heard about that, but of course I don't know because this
Yeah,
one is sleep.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. That's why probably.
That's okay, man. Listen, bro. After this interview, we can go girl hunting. You know, we'll find some waifus, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
I'll show you the way, man.
Okay,
I don't have any dance moves. I just got words, and that's about it. I don't know. I just move talk.
We don't have to dance, you know.
Yeah, we just talk.
Dancing helps, but yeah, we just talk. That's what I'm doing. Actually, I should try that out different times. Instead of dancing, I just approach the girl.
Yeah.
I just talk with the girl, and then maybe later, when already she said yes, let's go out on a date, for example. Then I said, hey, by the way, maybe I can, dance for you since I have full body tracking. What do you think about that? It comes later.
It was 2 days after his vacation he came back to VR, chatting radio, found David hitting on a girl who was 14 years old, Pepe laugh.
Like official date in VR chat. Like, I'm always like doing the thing, and then when I do it and everything worked out, I'm always adding like girls, but never went out on an official date.
Okay.
That's actually funny.
All right, man. Well,
David started a podcast.
You started a podcast? Is that true?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna record the podcast after this interview. We started a podcast, me and a couple of friends.
Okay.
And we're recording. We officially having podcast uploaded on the YouTube. Not mine, but the NoLogic podcast, and on SoundCloud and soon on Spotify. And we having we're recording and uploading podcast episodes, and it's very fun. We talk about different topics.
Awesome, dude. Maybe I'll come on there one day. I don't know. You're on my show. Maybe I'll come on here.
We're just starting introducing guests and having guests in the podcast. So why not? Of course, 100%.
Hell yeah, man. So we're over an hour now, so we'll start taking some questions from the chat really quickly for about like a couple minutes. So if anybody has any questions for David or I from the chat, normally I've just been taking some questions here or there, but we'll take straight up questions. Calmorph says for $1, he says,
David admitted that he is ass lover.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting all these donations. Okay, so Calmorph says, dancing sucks, singing is so much better, Pepega. Venice says, for $1, he says, David admitted that he is an ass lover. Is that true?
Okay, I have... yeah, because, I said I prefer ass, instead of boobs, because there's always this question: do you prefer boobs or ass? Are you an ass type of person or boob? And I said ass. I love ass. That's
okay. Listen, man. There's a third part to that question. It's either tits, ass, or thighs, man. Thick thighs save lives. Thigh highs are my demise, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my religion.
But if you think about it, if you have thick thighs, you cannot have a small butt.
True.
Maybe you can have how does that work? You have like crazy thick thighs and then like a freaking it shrinks somehow. Like how does it work?
See,
you know what I mean?
That's what it's all about, man. So if you say thighs, you're actually just an ass man. It's true. Maybe I'm an ass man like you, man.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I would prefer a girl with like a thick, good, thick but not too much, good, really amazing butt instead of big boobs or whatever and a completely flat ass. Honestly. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Anybody can get a booty. Anyone can work out, get those squats and gamers, and then you get the nice booty and everything.
Exactly.
You can't really grow your assets in the front.
Can you ask David for me? 6 a.m.
Yeah. The only thing you can do is having plastic surgery, but
6 a.m.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
You can grow actually your ass.
Yeah. Bubbly VR says for $1, David Warzone? Question mark. And then
later.
Hello, I have a question for David. Duos.
7 says, I have a question for David. Duos. And then M Flame says, can you ask David from me? 6 a.m. 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's trolling now. That's already to cut.
An ass can make up for the lack of boobs, but boobs can not make up for the lack of ass. True.
Boom.
True.
Oh, yes.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
All I can say is that women are beautiful and all women are queens.
Yes.
I think we all can agree on that. I love this community.
I completely fully agree. I love girls.
Same. Relatable. Simp? Okay, dude. Listen, I'm not a simp, dude.
What?
Come on. What? What's wrong with that?
What is that?
You don't know what a simp is?
Ask David why are you gay?
I know the game Sims.
No. It's not like that.
Video
Hold
game
on.
Sims.
I'll Google the definition of simp just so you know. 1 second here. I'll get
Okay.
you the actual definition so I don't say the wrong word.
Is that a transgender?
1 second here. Googling it. Simp define. A silly or a foolish person. What about Urban Dictionary? That's a little bit better. A simp, a man that puts himself in a subservient, submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. A man that puts too much value on a woman for no reason. Listen.
Okay. No.
Play
What the
duos with
hell?
Papa David. Please.
No, we said we love girls.
Yeah, what's wrong with women?
Stop
You know,
losing your
there's always there's always like good reasons. You know why?
Of course.
Wouldn't you? Like you have to respect
course.
girls. Hashtag respect girls. Respect women. Boom.
Of course.
Easy, dude.
Bubbly VR says, ask David why you were a girl.
Oh my god. It's trolling so much. What do you mean why a girl?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not like girl.
No. The answer to this question is
why
very
not?
simple. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
That's the only thing you have to say. Why not? 7 says, hey, I have one more question for David. Can we please play duos? Bro, I've been very lonely lately. I've been under a table for about 3 years. Now stalking your streams, awaiting the day you'll notice me. Please, for me, plays duos with Papa David, please.
Wow.
And then Anonymous says, David, stop looting your daughter. Sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have a VR family, and we have VR daughters as well, but I don't loot them. They are loot themselves.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't really have
Yes.
a VR family. I mean, I kind of did at one point. I had like 3 sons, but they're all, it's whatever. Anyway, it didn't really work. It was just a funny little thing. And now I just collect waifus. So if ever like I update my wiki, it's just gonna be all these waifus, like just massive lists.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Freaking a harem.
Yeah,
Damn.
man. You gotta listen, dude. You gotta become the harem king.
David Boomer.
Damn.
David Boomer.
No. Okay, you know what?
What?
Actually, about Boomer, I actually did some researches and I discovered that the real age for a boomer. You know what the real age for a boomer is?
Yeah.
That's not what you guys think about.
What is
It's
it?
actually, you have to be born between 1944 and
David wanted to come over for a chill
1964, I think, to be able to actually officially be a boomer.
That's a baby boomer. But the internet meme boomer means when you're like 30 years old and you're like 30 and you hate stuff.
It's related. Yeah, it's related to that. It's related to like your behavior about certain things that are considered like new or young, probably.
Yeah.
It depends on your behavior, so you know.
How old are you?
I'm not boomer. How old do you think I'm?
Counting down the
25?
Remaining 283 days.
Older.
30?
Older.
35?
Older.
Oh, 50? No way, dude. You're lying, dude.
I'm 29.
What? Oh,
Just
okay.
turned 29, though.
Okay.
Just turned 29.
I'm
I don't look like 29.
No, you don't. That's why I said 25. Like
you're
you're definitely not like looking like a 8-year-old twink. So you got some age on you, but you're not you're not Listen, I'm going to turn 25 this year.
You treat yourself.
So that means you actually are boom. Yeah, this year. I'm 24 now.
Oh, okay, nice.
I'm almost 25. Yeah. I'm almost a quarter.
That's a good age.
A good age?
A quarter, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a perfect age. Why not?
I'm 25 almost, and I can't even grow a beard properly. What's up with that?
No, not even me. What should I say? I have like spots in between my beard. I have like like empty spots, empty holes and stuff.
Just color it in. Magic marker.
Imagine, dude. It's gonna be even darker than the normal beard.
True.
That's why I don't grow a full beard. That's why I cut it. I trim it.
Yeah. David Boomer. Ask David, why did you come to my house in Minecraft and twerk on my house? David wanted to come over for a chill time. Hello, final question. What? I'm sorry for interrupting you, Rebel, but David, I managed to sneak into your bedroom and crawled under your bed with Max. Would you mind if I would you mind if we know?
Max is my
I had a podcast under your bed instead of VR chat. Counting down to Boomer Day. Remaining 283 days. I'm seeing that to your birthday.
Oh my god.
Link says, really? Who is Mama Link?
Oh, Mama Link. Mama Link is basically I met. It's basically my VR mama.
Okay.
I met Link. Right after I started streaming, like in the early days, and the thing started with her taking care of me. As soon as I stopped dancing, she always went, "Oh, you better drink water, stay hydrated."
Yep.
Now rest. Now it's time to chill. So I started calling her Mama Link, and from that moment, 2 years later, she's still Mama Link. She's still plays VR chat. I never ever heard her voice. Never. So she's been a mute since we started. 2 years later, still a mute, still Mama Link, still there. Amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible to be able to have like friendships and like that. That's the one thing that's always crazy is like you don't have to talk to play VR chat. You don't have to talk to be friends with people in VR chat. You can be a mute, whether by choice or born that way, but like that's the incredible thing. There's some dancers that I know that don't talk. They purely just dance, and that's how they communicate. It's just purely by dancing and stuff like that, or animations.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. I don't know, people don't choose to not to talk.
So final question for you. What are you grateful for in general, like related to streaming or just your personal life? What are you grateful for in general?
Good question.
Hello, Rebel. This is
I'm grateful for having an amazing family that cares about what I do, my passions, that supports me. My parents support me. Everything I choose, they always supported me, and even a completely new thing that they're not used to, they don't know what this is, and anything, they supported me. They like follow and help me in like every day, even though they don't know exactly what I'm doing and stuff. And I feel very lucky to be in a position where I can do what I do. Of course, you always have to sacrifice yourself and put blood and sweat in what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it could be harder for some people and easier for other people. I feel very grateful because I had the chance to start immediately doing what I wanted to do or start with. I was working. I had the possibility to actually work with my parents, so they gave me work. They gave me money to do what I wanted to do, to build my PC and start streaming. And honestly, yeah, I'm grateful for my situation and everything, I guess.
Okay.
My health too. I'm really happy about being healthy and taking care of myself.
Okay.
And,
are you grateful for all the people that support you, like your viewers, your YouTube viewers and stuff like that?
100%. 100%. I would never expect. I was not ever expecting this kind of support. People that actually enjoy watching me, enjoy my content. Every time that I encounter someone that watches my stuff and that likes my things, what I do, I always I can't believe it. It's you're thinking, okay, maybe it's getting kind of used to it now, but no. Every time I don't like calling fans, like fans and stuff, because I don't want to talk about being popular and stuff. I just don't really like to call them fans and stuff. I like to meet, let's say, people that love my content and enjoy my stuff. So but every time I meet people like that and I have reactions and stuff, they always just I don't know, makes me so happy. It's very weird, and I'm really happy to be able to have a community, amazing community that is always there and is so active and it's just growing and growing, because without the community, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to be here without all the friends in the community that I have, because I am really lucky to actually that I was able to find and surround me with amazing friends met from the internet, especially in VR chat. Crazy lucky about that.
Of course. So on a final note, I'll get to those requests very soon, guys. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for being a part of my talk show. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'm your host, That One Rebel. I do these interviews almost every single day. So if you want someone to request for me to interview, I more than likely will, listen and get them on. Again, I'm your host, I'm a Rebel. This is my talk show, Late Night with Rebel. And again, to my guest here, NoLogicDavid. Any final things you want to say? Anything you want to say? Like, hey guys, I'm doing something.
100%.
Plug anything you want, man. Anything going on?
Okay, so don't forget to eat pizza every single day.
All right.
And you can follow me on the twitch.tv VeniceVR. No, you can follow. I'm basically NoLogicDavid everywhere, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, and if you wanna follow me, I'm just basically NoLogicDavid everywhere. If you wanna follow the podcast, we recently started the podcast. It's NoLogic Podcast on YouTube and on SoundCloud for now.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun, honestly. I love doing interviews, as I already told you, because they're super chill.
Yeah.
And I love to just talk about a lot of stuff. And just follow and drop Rebel a lot of support, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you guys want to support me, hit that follow button. Hey, I know you guys are donating a lot of money, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It goes back to the stream. Literally, I paid for this index because of the people that support me, my full body, and this talk show. So if you want to continue supporting, that's what's for. So thank you so much. Before you go, though, before you go to your podcast and do your thing, we'll take a selfie together and put it on the wall, know? So let me stand up here. Get this going.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow, you're actually taller than me. What's going on here, man?
Am I?
I think so. What? Wait, let me fix my full body real quick. Oh, that's why. Cause my head is like not even close to where I am in real life. That makes sense. I was wondering. I looked so short. I was like, what's going on? There we go. That's much better. So.
Where do you want to take the photo?
We'll take it here. But anyway, hold on 1 second here. I have to set it up here. Bada bing, bada boom. And then turn off the camera. Here. Boom. Oh god. My full body. Whoops. One thing you're gonna realize when you have an index, it's so awkward to like grab stuff, honestly. It's like the worst.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have to like physically grab it. It's weird.
I don't know about the controllers because I don't know how they're gonna.
The headset's worth it though, at least.
Yeah, right. So headset and base stations. That's what I'm gonna buy.
All right. Click the button. There you go. I got it. I'll take one more. Always take two, by the way. All right. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. But before you go, I was told to do something.
Okay.
I don't think you were prepared for this. What do you mean? Don't be afraid. It's just you and me here.
I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Okay.
You know what's gonna happen?
Okay.
You know what's gonna happen?
Oh shit. Oh
just
shit.
Just let it happen.
Okay.
Just let it happen.
Stop the stream.
No, no, my body! I can't get too close. Wait, there. Just let it happen.
Shit.
Just let it happen.
What's
going on? I'm trying my hardest. Just let it happen.
Help me. Okay, what? Oh my.
It